Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? Coriander
Hey.
Slasher Movie Club tonight,
Yep.
and yeah, this should be pretty interesting. What we're going to be doing here, um, yeah, this should be pretty fun. We're going to be talking about craziest psycho killers
Yep.
in movies. And we've got a little list. We did put out a community post. It didn't really get any choices that were thrown out there, but that's the idea of the episode, that we
Hmm.
wanted to spend some time kind of talking
No
about some.
one no one looked at it?
Well, I didn't get any comments, so we're going from the hip. But let me
Hmm.
just check out, see who we got in the live
That's
chat,
too bad.
and well, community posts, let me just say, community posts are rough, man. Like,
Yeah.
people don't really comment on them
Well,
unless you
what's
put up
the
a poll.
point of
Unless
yeah.
you put up a poll saying, "Well, what's better between this, and that?" And then you get hundreds of them. So it,
Hmm.
it is what it is. But I've already talked about it, so I won't go down that road again. But real
Okay.
quick in the chat, we've got Tiger Man. What's up, Tiger Man? Great to see
No.
you in the chat. We also got Russell. Russell is in the chat. What's going on, Russell?
Hey.
Great to see you. Great to see you. Let's see who else we got in the chat. We also have Dan's in the chat. Dan saying, "Hey everyone, how did the
Oh.
Nightwatch Zone enjoy Stage Fright? That was a fun one, man. We really had fun with that movie. If you didn't check out our watch party of Stage Fright from the other day, you definitely got to check it out. It's great. It's great. Ginger Ninja's in the chat. What's going on? Lamar's in the chat. What's going
Hello.
on, Lamar? How you doing?
Hey.
Um, and let's see, who else do we have here? Uh, let's see. And Lamar saying, let's try my super chat tonight. Oh, yeah, definitely. If you want to send a super chat, send in a super chat. I still feel 100 unnoticed. Huh? What do you mean? If you want to send in a super chat, definitely send in one. We'll definitely be appreciative of that. Ginger Ninja's in the chat saying, just starting work, going to be a busy day. All right. All
Oh.
right. We got Jason in the chat too. What's going on, Jason? Good to see you. And Neil, our good friend Neil's in the chat from Neon Black Reviews. And we got Katie from Poppin' the Popcorn. All right.
Hello.
Okay. Tiger Man starting this thing off saying the killer in High Tension was pretty crazy. That is
Yeah.
true. That's a really good movie, that we definitely have been thinking about doing at some point, to talk about, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Colpan's in the chat. The Scream 6 teaser leaked. Not sure if it can be discussed. Hey guys, yeah, we won't do any discussion of it, but thank you very much for asking. I do appreciate that. Thank you. And let's see. Jason saying, I did not see that community post. I usually always see them. Hey man, I don't know. I put it out not only to this is the worst part about it, guys, just to let you guys the inside track. Not only publicly, but I also to just channel members alone. Like the same post. That way, I figured everyone would see them. But I do hear that a lot, Jason, that people sometimes don't see the community posts. But I don't know, it's just one of
Hmm.
those things, I guess. It's just one of those things. But thank you so much for mentioning that. And I know that usually you do respond to the community posts, and for you guys that are on Patreon as well, you guys respond to things on there too. So we do appreciate it. It does help out because obviously, we're trying to communicate with viewers. So, um, and Katie, thank you for putting that in there. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It really,
Yeah.
really helps. Jason going with the killer in the first Power. Oh, I haven't seen that in a
Mm,
long time.
nice.
Yeah. Wow. Jason said, "Don't give up on community posts. They are awesome." Well, hey, I'll keep posting them, but like I said, it's just tough, man. People, they, I don't know. Um, Denisha's in the chat too. What's going on, Denisha? Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Hey.
Um, So, Coriander, let's get going on
Yeah.
this a little bit. We wanted to talk about some picks for who we think are some of the craziest psycho killers in movies. And of
Hmm.
course, this is not a complete list. We will not have every single one on there that people, uh, might be thinking of. That was part of the reason we wanted to do this, is to have that engagement with you guys, with the community post. But you guys can talk about it here in the live chat, like you guys are starting to do. But Coriander, who do you have for one of your picks that you'd like to throw out there?
So I have Norman Bates as one of my picks. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. OG.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, eh, apparently, he killed his mother like in her lover, what was it, like 20 years prior to like the first film.
Right.
So,
Psycho.
yeah. And he also, made himself like another personality to be his mother, and so he was just all crazy. So, yeah,
Mm.
I totally had to have, Mr. Norman Bates. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Anthony Perkins was just, gosh, he was just
Yeah.
fantastic in this role. I mean, to this day, man, I can't think of many people that play that type of a role as well as he did,
Mm,
especially in Psycho 2. Psycho 2 does not get enough love. We did talk about this on the old channel. We're gonna have to redo that, but especially in Psycho 2, man, he was just so damn good. But it's a great
yeah.
pick. To me, one of the icons of all time, this character
Yeah.
and this actor, who unfortunately
Yep.
isn't with us anymore. But that's a great
Yeah.
pick. That's a great pick. Okay, so let me just say this real quick. For my picks, and I'm going to also check in to see what you guys have for some picks. Throw out your picks to us, guys. Um,
Yeah.
I tried to go a little bit different, and I wanted to do some that some folks may not think about right off the top of their head. And I know some people are probably going to say, well, what about this person? Well, trust me, there's a whole bunch of them, but we only wanted to pick a couple. And I'm going with one of my favorite actors, and this role was absolutely nuts. I'm going with the late, great Rutger Hauer as
Yeah.
John Ryder in
Good for
The
you.
Hitcher.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's like one
yes,
of my favorite movies.
yes. We
Yeah.
are, listen, and for you guys that are watching us, I'm telling you,
Mhm.
we're gonna do that so soon. The Hitcher, I can't wait.
Yeah. Oh,
Rut,
me neither.
Rutger Hauer, good gosh, man, what can I say about him as an actor? He's just fantastic, and in this role, he was just devilish. you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, but he was so good in this movie, and
Mm.
just such a
Number of
standout.
cops he took out?
Yeah,
Like
man.
a ton.
he
Yeah.
he he was just so fantastic
Yeah.
in this movie. Absolutely a legend. So I had to go with Rutger Hauer. Let me just check into the chat and catch up to these guys for a quick moment. And let's see. And Russell letting us know that the first Power is on Tubi. Yeah, I think I did see it on Tubi. That it's on Tubi.
Nice.
Yeah, very cool. Neil saying, I guess the community tab posts you see depends on how many channels you subscribe to that have it. Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Very, very cool. All right. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, and Neil, obviously, you probably have some thoughts on it too. But it's kind of like it's an advantage of sorts, but it doesn't really work out the way that I thought it would. But we'll see. You never know. Katie was saying a great choice by you, Coriander.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Russell going with Art the Clown. All
All
right.
right.
Yeah. Lamar saying good evening. Good evening, Lamar. What's going on?
Hey.
Neil saying Norman Bates is the OG psycho killer. This is so
Yeah.
true. It is
Yeah.
so true. Absolutely. Tiger Man going with Rebecca De Mornay and Hand That Rocks the Cradle. That's a great choice. That's a
Yeah.
great choice. That was a great movie. Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah. Jason saying Anthony Perkins was amazing in all the Psycho movies, but part three was my favorite. Three was really
Yeah.
good, man. Like
Yep.
he was just grooving at that point. You know what I mean? Like he literally could just give a look. I remember my parents would just kind of just have fun with it because they, oh, there goes Norman Bates, and that crazy look that Anthony Perkins was able to have.
Yeah.
Just amazing stuff. Ninja saying good call, Night. Thank you so much. Same thing with Tiger Man. Yeah, you guys. Okay, so you guys are fans of John Ryder and The Hitcher. We definitely will be talking about that at some
Yeah.
point. Yeah. Lamar's not a fan of The Hitcher. Okay.
Oh,
All right. It's okay though.
right.
Uh, let's see. And Ginger Ninja going with Leatherface. All right.
There you
All
go.
right.
Nice.
All right. Lamar saying, apologies, everyone, going through some things. This is my safety zone, but some people are mean here. Well, we definitely don't want anybody that is disrespecting
Yeah.
anyone. So
Wow.
we have moderators
Hmm.
here. So this isn't that type of a place, and it never has been. So all right. All right. But Coriander, let's go with your next pick. What do you have for another psycho killer that you wanted to talk about?
So, another one I have is Freddy Krueger.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we had to go there. Yeah.
I did. Well, come on, supposedly his mother was raped by, 100 maniacs, child killer. He killed like 20 kids before, you know, Elm Street was filmed. And so, yeah, he definitely,
Yeah.
needs to be on this list. Yeah.
Good call. And of course, Robert Englund, just an icon.
Yeah.
And I just feel really lucky that we're in the generation that saw the beginning of that and lived through
Hmm.
the heights of it and so forth. And he's just an
Yeah.
icon. Like how people, still to this day they talk about, Bela Lugosi and Lon
Yep.
Chaney and icons, Vincent Price and so forth. Robert England is going to be talked about for decades from now. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just
Yeah.
that great. He was
Yep.
just that great. Dan saying Steve Railsback did a great job as Charles Manson and Ed Gein. All right. All right. Sean's in the chat. What's going on? Did someone say slasher movie hangout? Absolutely. We're hanging
Oh,
out
yeah.
and listening to some of you guys' suggestions, and we're giving out
Yeah.
suggestions too for some of the craziest psycho killers in movies. Spooky Rebels in the chat saying hello, Night, and hello, everyone else. Hey, what's going on?
Hello.
Lamar saying part two of Cycle was a masterpiece. It really was. It really,
Yeah.
really was. Yes.
Yep.
Dominic saying Psycho Cop. Yeah,
There you
good,
go.
good one. Good one.
Yep.
Jamie's in the chat. What's going on, Jamie? Good to see
Hey.
you. Good to see you. And Katie going with Annie Wilkes.
There you
Absolutely,
go.
Kathy.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Good one. Good one. And also for you guys just jumping in, please make sure you hit the like button. Help support the channel, and really, really would appreciate it. And Katie, if you can give us an update on the likes and so forth, that would be great. But for my next choice, again, I wanted to go out of the box. You guys will see where this is going, but this is not from a horror movie per se. It's definitely horrific, and this killer is definitely psychotic and crazy. I'm going with, and I absolutely love this actor and this character, but I'm going with Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men, played by Javier Bardem. This guy was nuts, absolutely nuts. And Coriander, have you seen No Country for Old Men?
No.
Oh yeah, we gotta watch that. It was
Yeah.
such a good movie.
Hmm.
His performance alone, and you've got Tommy Lee Jones, Woody Harrelson is in it. It's a great, great, great movie. But Javier Bardem as this character, who's throughout the whole movie, was
Hmm.
nuts. Every time he was on screen, it was absolutely magnetism. Um,
Hmm.
the coin toss scene alone is worth the price of admission. This scene carries on for a couple
Hmm.
of minutes, and there is so much tension. It's only two actors, Javier Bardem and the store shop owner, and it is. I mean, you're on the edge of your seat. So, anyways, I had to have him in this list. Um,
Okay.
Anton Chigurh, man, Anton Chigurh. And we got a super chat from Lamar saying Psycho 2 was great and wonderful. It was,
Yeah.
man. We really
Yeah.
appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much, Lamar. It
Yeah.
is literally one of the best sequels to a horror movie of all time, and a lot of people they don't talk about it. They really, really don't. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And not only
Mhm.
is it a great horror sequel, but it's a sequel to Psycho. I mean, that in and of itself is just absolutely crazy because Psycho is Psycho. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's no
Yeah.
words to be said. But Lamar, thank you so much for the chat. We really, really appreciate that. And here we go. This one's for you. Gotta work that ass for daddy. No. All
Mhm.
right. Okay. I know you love that one. But thank you
You
so
gotta
much,
make
man.
that
We really
longer.
appreciate well,
You really do.
copyrights. Copyrights,
Oh
girl.
shit.
Trust me. I got it. I
Ah,
got it. I got it covered.
all right.
Dominic said Robert England is up there with Leonardo DiCaprio when it comes to acting and performance. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Sean saying I worked with Robert on Jack Brooks' Monster Slayer. He's an absolute gem.
That's
That's
cool.
so cool. I've always heard
Yeah.
so many great things about Robert. I haven't had a chance to meet him at a convention like you, Coriander,
I
but
know. That was great.
everyone always talks about how fantastic he
Yeah.
is. You know,
Yeah.
seriously. Um,
Yeah.
Katie saying we're at 21 likes. All right, there we go. Thank you,
Nice.
thank you,
Let's
thank you
get
so much for that,
40,
Katie.
right?
Yeah,
Hasn't this
we sh-
been like a thing? Come on, people.
we should be able to get
Give
40 or
us
50. We'll
40.
see.
All
Ninja
right.
saying No Country for Old Men was brilliant. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Jamie saying I ran right into Robert England over the weekend and was so overwhelmed by everything around me that I didn't even notice. My husband was like, that was Robert England you just bumped into. Oh
Nice.
man. Jeez.
Nice.
Well, I hope you had a good time. I really, really
Right.
do. That is so cool though,
That's
man.
funny. Yeah.
I wish I bumped into Robert Englund. That'd be awesome. Almost bumped into Bruce Campbell, but hey,
Yeah.
one of these
I
days I hope
almost
to
did
meet
that with
Robert.
Tom Savini. Yeah,
There
he
you
was
go.
coming out of the bathroom and I was like looking around and yeah, man, it was pretty good.
Oh man, I tell you. Katie
Ah,
saying, Coriander, you need to watch that movie. It's such a good movie. No Country for Old Men. Absolutely.
I will definitely have to check that out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And Eel too saying it doesn't get much crazier than No Country for Old Men. Right?
Mm,
It's true. Our good
nice.
friend David from David's Horror in the chat. What's up, man? Saying he was
Hey.
nuts in Skyfall too. It's true. It is so true. Oh my God.
Mm,
Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem. He's amazing. Katie going with Hannibal Lecter, of course,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, and I know, well, I won't say anything, but good choice. And I love me some Anthony Hopkins. Uh,
Yeah.
Nikki's in the chat saying hello. Michael Myers is my all-time favorite, but Dr. Hannibal Lecter scares me too. Excellent
Nice.
choices.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent, excellent choices. Um, I I totally agree. I really do. Spooky Rebel going with Anne from Happy Birthday to Me.
There you
That's a great
go.
pick.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And we love that movie. We did an episode on that a
Yep.
long time ago. It seems like
Yeah, we did.
maybe a year ago. You guys will have to check that out. But I love Happy
Yeah.
Birthday to Me. Yes.
Yep.
Um, it was just one of those 80s movies that is just fantastic. Just fantastic. Um,
Sure is.
Dan going outside of the box too. I love it. Scorpio Killer from Dirty Harry. Andy Robinson
There
doesn't get
you
enough
go.
credit for that role. Very, very cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. David's in the chat too. What's going on, David? Um, Lamar saying, give us at least 70 likes. Come on now, we can do this. We hopefully that'd be great. We should be
Yeah, it
able to.
would.
We've been doing this
Right?
series long enough. Share this out, guys. If you guys have social media, and I know a lot of you guys do, share it out. That definitely helps. Yeah. Um, Neil saying, gotta throw out some love for Roy Burns and Friday Part 5. Yes.
All
I love
right.
it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Mhm.
Dominic saying Bishop from Juice, played by Tupac, underrated psycho villain. Good call. Very
Yeah.
good call. Um, Spooky Rebel, you got to watch No Country. You haven't opened it yet. You got to watch it. It's great. Yeah. Jamie saying Scarefest was awesome. Thanks for the advice to do the signings on Friday. It worked perfectly. Yes. Yeah. I mean, we learned the hard way at Monster
Yeah.
Mania. So I'm glad that it was awesome. I've heard so many great
Right.
things about it.
Where
And that
was
is,
that?
it- I believe it's Kentucky or somewhere down there, I
Okay.
believe. Yeah.
Nice.
Melissa's in the chat too. What's going on, Melissa? Saying hello. All
Hello.
right. Jamie saying there will be a haul video and some footage coming soon. Okay, very
Okay.
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a way to kind of be there, even though we weren't physically there, and also other viewers too. So that is great.
Yeah.
Um, David saying great choice, Katie, about Hannibal Lecter. I know David is the and I thought I was because I absolutely man, I've got so many great stories about Lecter as a character and Silence of the Lambs. And but David, huge fan as well, and rightly so. Rightly so. Lamar saying ran into Tony Todd. Wow, at a blockbusters in the
That's
90s,
cool.
looking at his left hand, and I ran out screaming like a bitch. That's funny. Uh,
Right.
Two boys in the chat. What's going on? Saying Cape Fear, Robert De Niro. Yes.
Nice.
Call. Very good
Yeah.
call. I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah. And Jamie going, my pick is Nick Cage from Kiss of the Vampire. That's a good one too.
Mm.
Wow. Very, very cool. And Dan, and let's not forget Alice, Sweet Alice. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was such a good movie, man. It really, really
Yeah.
was. Let's see. David saying, I'm late, but has anyone mentioned Rutger Hauer's character Wolfgar from Stallone's Nighthawks? No, but I did
No.
mention Rutger Hauer from The Hitcher. And
Yeah.
man, Rutger Hauer, just
Yeah. He's
awesome
good.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Jason coming in with Farmer Vincent from Motel Hell. Thank you for covering this amazing movie. Our pleasure,
There
man.
you
We had a
go.
we had a great watch party with Motel Hell. If you guys haven't seen it, you should check it out, guys. And
Mm.
and with that being said, for a lot of you guys that have been around for a while, you probably know this, but for you guys that are newer to the channel, especially when we do an episode on a movie, and with these watch parties we've been doing, there are definitely movies that you can kind of sink your teeth into. Some of them are great, some of them aren't, but we just love having the conversation about the things we like and the things that we don't like, and we'll be doing that with another movie in a few minutes. But before we do that, Coriander, let's go to your last pick for a crazy psycho killer.
So I have Jack Torrance.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There he
I
is.
mean, this guy was temperamental, struggling with alcohol, you know, a father, trying to be a father. Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, he has spirits talking to him that eventually, appear to him, and it just drives him into further madness. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I definitely had to mention this man.
Absolutely. And I had a
Yeah.
feeling that you would. And I'm a huge fan of Jack Nicholson, of this character. And of course,
Yeah.
the movie. I mean, I've got the poster right there. It's one of my favorites of
Yeah.
all time. That's a great,
Yeah,
great
that was
choice.
our first convention together. So
That's right.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Um, Ginger Ninja saying, which version of Lecter is the best? I really like Mads Mikkelsen's version of Lecter. Yeah, he was great in the show. I was very impressed. It didn't surprise me because he's just a fantastic actor. I love him as an actor, and he really added his own flair to Lecter, which I really, really appreciated. It's great stuff. Um, Dominic going with Dr. Decker from Nightbreed. There you go, David
Awesome.
Cronenberg.
Yeah. That's a
Nice.
great pick. Yeah.
Nice. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Uh Sean going with Cry Wolf is very underrated. Did the killer have a name? Oh God. I can't remember what his name. I don't know if he did have a name or not. But it's a great movie. And he was definitely Yeah,
I haven't
crazy.
seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Two boys saying Lars, I think. Could be. Could be. Yeah. We got Mac in the chat. What's going on, Mac? Saying Manhunter is an amazing Hannibal Lecter film, as well as from the 80s, directed by Michael Mann. It really is, man. I love
Yeah.
that movie so much.
Yep.
William Peterson and Tom Noonan, and it's a fantastic movie. You've seen it. You've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Used
Yeah.
to have it.
Yeah, and Brian Cox played Lecter, and so he really was the first in a movie, even before Anthony Hopkins.
Yep.
Hopefully, we'll get a chance to cover that too soon. I really hope so. Um, and Daisy's in the chat too. What's going on, Daisy?
Hey.
Welcome, welcome, and definitely, if you guys have not hit the like button, please do. Just as a
Yeah.
reminder, David and Evelyn from Play Misty for Me. There you go,
Yes.
Coriander.
I know. I've
There you
been
go.
wanting to do this movie. So
Yes. Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, at some
that's
point.
that's yeah, that's
Yeah.
like one of my
Write
favorite Clint
write it
Eastwood
down.
movies.
Write it down.
That's next
Nikki.
week, people. No.
Oh, geez. Nikki saying the killer from Silent Rage freaks me out too. Sorry, I don't remember his name. Yes. Yes. I love that. And of course, we did our episode on Silent Rage
Yep.
some months back. To definitely check that out. All of our Slasher Movie Club episodes are in a playlist for Slasher Movie Club. Definitely check them out, guys. It's a passion series for us. It's a tough series to do. But we love doing it, and that's why we've continued to do it. But we definitely
Yep.
appreciate any and all support for them, for those
Yeah.
episodes. Um, David saying I was really impressed with Mads too, but I got to stick with Anthony Hopkins. Brian Cox played Lecter in Manhunter. Sure did. Yep.
Mhm.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. And I would just go to a couple more here. Melissa talking about Stepfather. There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
Uh, Katie saying we're at 28 likes. Let's go. All
All
right, let's
right.
let's keep this thing going. Pittsburgh Nelly's in the chat. What's up, Night, Corey, everybody?
Hello.
What's going on? Yeah, Mac, of course, knows his stuff. Frank Booth from Blue Velvet was a good psycho killer. It's true. Very
Yeah.
good call. Yes. Spooky Rebel talking about Intruder, William
Yeah.
Roberts. Yes. All right. And Lee's in the chat saying, well, hello.
Hello.
What's going on? What's going on? All right. Katie coming in strong with the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very cool. Lee saying, did I come in just at the end again? Darn work. No,
Nope.
no. We're just getting cooking here. We're just getting cooking. David coming in with John Malkovich and All the President's Men with Psycho. Good call. Man, you guys are coming up with some great ones.
Yeah, they are.
Melissa going with Michael Myers. Trick or Treat
There you
going with
go.
Patrick Bateman. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Man, I wish I had seen all these choices on the community post. I was going to try to do a poll of them, but maybe we'll try to do that again at some point soon. But okay, so Jack Torrance is great. Norman Bates is great. Freddy Krueger is great as well. And I came in with Rutger Hauer as John Ryder and also Javier Bardem as Anton Chigurh. But here's my last pick I want to throw out there, Coriander. And this
Yeah.
one, he might be a little less well known, but
Hmm.
there's an actor, and I know you love this actor, Cameron Mitchell, who played one of the craziest psycho killers of all time, in my opinion. And of
Yeah.
course, this is a movie that hits hard for us, but I'm talking about good old Vance, played by
Yes.
Cameron Mitchell, Vance Kingsley, in the Toolbox Murders. And let me
Yeah.
just tell you, he was menacing, he was
Yeah.
intense, and he was friggin' crazy. These scenes alone were
Yeah, he
worth the
was.
price of admission. He earned his paycheck in these scenes with the girl he
Oh,
kidnapped. And
yeah.
I'm just telling you guys, if you have not seen the Toolbox Murders, you, you it's definitely a movie you got to check out if you're a slasher fan. You definitely got to check
Yep.
it out. It's from 1978. And guess what, Coriander? I know you're a fan of
Yeah.
Cameron Mitchell. and I know you're a
Mhm.
fan of the Toolbox Murders, and that's the movie that we're going to talk about for a quick minute or two on this episode. This movie is fantastic, so I'm
Yep.
already letting the cat out of the bag. I was not I was not familiar with it like you. We did
Hmm.
cover this on the old channel, and
Yeah.
we've been waiting to do this again. But
Yep.
tell me your thoughts or initial thoughts or opening thoughts of this movie. And of course, you know this movie very well, and you've seen it over the years and so forth. So what are your opening thoughts on the Toolbox Murders?
Well, when the movie starts, you're witnessing a tragic car accident. So right
Yes.
off, you're like, oh, wow, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
They keep zooming in on the girl that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, is on the ground right there. And yeah, and then, it starts off with some crazy murders right off. So,
Right
I
off
mean,
the bat, yes.
it does. So this movie, I love how it starts off, and yeah, it just gets better as it goes. So yeah,
Abs- Absolutely. And let me just catch up to the chat. And I wanna go
yeah,
back to where you're at with this because this movie just has so much slasher goodness in it. You know what I'm saying? It really, really does. Um,
right.
Real quick, Lay was saying Jack Torrance as well, and two
Nice.
boys throwing in Woody Harrelson and Juliette Lewis from Natural Born
Yes.
Killers. Very,
Yeah.
very good.
Yep.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Toronto Freddy's in the chats and Leslie Vernon Mancuso. All right, all right. And we also have Dominic saying Ash Williams. Yeah, there you go.
Oh man.
David saying Michael Keaton in Desperate Measures. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Nice.
Dan saying I just saw Toolbox Murders for the first time. Really, Dan?
Wow. I'm surprised
Wow.
at that. Hmm.
Now, Dan, can you, and I know sometimes there's lag in this, but when you get a chance, if you can, Dan, let us know when did you see it and did you see it for this episode? Because we did not announce. We did something a little bit different. All right, cat's out of the bag. We did not announce that we were going to talk about Toolbox Murders, but let us know, Dan. I'm really curious. That's
Yeah.
wow,
Hmm.
very cool.
It is.
Um, Spooky Rebel saying Sheriff George Frazier from The Prowler. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
David saying Frank Zito in Maniac. Yeah,
Yes. Yep.
yes. Um, Bullet's in the chat saying good evening. What's going on, Bullet?
Hello.
And the general's in the chat saying just stopping in to
Hey.
give my crazy psycho killer Vincent D'Onofrio from The Cell. That is a great call. Oh
Nice.
my gosh, man. That is a I used to love, and I still do, but that movie is a fantastic movie, man. It's probably the only J-Lo movie I like, but she was good in it, and Vincent D'Onofrio killed it. That's a great
Oh
call.
man.
Oh
Hmm.
my gosh. Great call, Val. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Jason saying, "How about Dr. Loomis in Halloween 5?" Yes. There
Oh.
you go. Oh my god. Uh, Lee saying, "Well, just say slasher and I'm in. Need to check this film out." Absolutely.
Yeah.
David hasn't seen this as well.
Ooh,
Wow, guys.
ooh, guys, yeah, you need to
Wow.
check this out.
Yeah. Well, listen.
There's some
And there is
tense moments, but
Yeah, and there is a
uh,
remake, but we're talking
yeah,
about the original.
the
Uh, let's
original. Yeah.
let's get into this a little bit more here because, like you said, Coriander in the beginning, there's just basically some massacres that happen. What did you think about?
Yeah.
Because I know you're also a fan of gore and practical and so forth, but these first couple kills, or at least this first one, what did you
Mhm.
think of the kill and how it was done, and any type of commentary you want to have on this? Because I mean, I know you've watched this film so many times over the years.
You know, this is a fun kill because he walks in, and these people are like, "Oh, what are you doing here? I called you on, you know, whatever day it was, and now here it's this day." And so
Yeah,
right off that, okay, these people know who this person is, and
that's right.
well, at least this person did.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the gore, it was fun. The
Mm-hmm.
the kills in this were inventive,
Mm-hmm.
toolbox. So what tells you right there, he's going to be using
That's right.
different tools and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. The one with the hammer right after this lady here, he kills her with a drill, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then there's this chick here, yet that she ends up going out to the no, yeah,
The
to the
hallway.
stairwell.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And he kills her with a hammer and
Yeah.
yeah, it's great and yeah,
Yeah. It was
it's
intense.
yeah.
I've only seen the movie. I think this was the third time I've seen it, but you kind of introduced it to me, and really, it came from doing this series, the Slasher Movie Club. So, again, guys, and I'll be talking about more of this type of stuff on my Thursday morning stream. But I'm really hoping that, for folks in the horror community, that they continue to just, you know, have that open mind to so many films. I've been
Yeah.
watching horror movies for since I was a little kid. That's a long
Yeah.
time. And
Teenager for me. And yeah.
yeah,
A little
and
kid too, but I had to sneak. But
yeah,
yeah.
but what I was gonna say is, and it still amazes me, like, especially since doing this channel, and especially this series, the Slasher Movie Club, it amazes me how many horror movies that I missed or I didn't get a chance to see or that I
Yeah.
never heard of.
Yep.
So, again, part of the reason that we love doing this particular series is that we get a chance to talk about some movies that a lot of people, as we see in this live chat, may not have seen or they may not have seen
Mm.
in a long time or whatever. And we just hope that for our viewers, they continue to you know take a look at some of these movies too. I mean, we'll continue to talk about the big name movies, whether it's Terrifier or Nightmare on Elm Street or Hannibal Lecter, Halloween, but also these movies, man, there's some great ones. And
Yeah.
this movie is so atmospheric, and I
Yeah.
got to talk about um one of the big monumental scenes, which was the nail gun scene.
Yeah.
This lady,
Oh, of
she
course.
has no clue what is
Yeah.
about to happen. She literally is just chilling out and has no clue that this killer is going to just go wild on her in the worst way. And the way that the movie opens up, it's very atmospheric, so you kind of don't know what to expect, the music and the way that it's shot and so forth. But the killer, um he comes into her apartment, and it's literally game on. I mean, and he has a nail
Mm.
gun. And look,
Yeah.
I mean, some of you haven't seen this, and we're getting into a little bit of light spoilers. But again, in a slasher movie, obviously the killer's going to kill people, and he comes at her, man, and it's just such an intense scene. It's crazy and it's just visceral, and you really feel the weight of it. What did you think of that particular scene as far as the gore?
Uh, yeah. It, rough.
Yeah,
I would not want to go out this way,
right.
because
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. It was
It
good.
really, really was, man. I mean, this killer
Yeah.
had like no remorse
No, he's
whatsoever.
like humming, and
Yeah, he's like humming a
boom.
song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes. It's
yeah,
absolutely crazy.
yeah.
Let me just catch up here too. Um, Bullet saying you may want to add Art the Clown. Yep, T2 with some biblical nastiness. That's true. And Dan saying it was just a coincidence. Got the DVD from Blue Underground. That is crazy, man. That
Nice.
it was a coincidence,
Yeah,
and we on purpose didn't tell people what movie
yeah.
we were
Did you
gonna
like it,
segue
Dan?
into.
That's what I want to
Yeah,
know.
let
Yeah,
us know.
yeah.
Let us know. Um, Spooky Rebel going with Dr. Weir from Event Horizon, played by Sam
Oh, there you
Neill.
go.
That's a great
Yeah,
one. Yes. Melissa going with When a Stranger Calls, Hush,
yeah.
Dark Ride. Wow. Now, this is so funny because we did an episode on Dark Ride, and we didn't even know if anyone had even heard of that movie because we never knew
Hmm.
of that movie, but we covered it. It was a great episode and a pretty good movie. Good call, Melissa.
Yeah.
Omni's in the chat saying, "What's up, folks? What's going on? Good to see you. Good to
Hello.
see you." Jason going with Kathleen Turner and Serial Mom. That's a great one.
Mm.
Wow, that is crazy. Neil saying just Just to put it in perspective, there are over 25,000 horror movies listed on IMDb. Isn't it the truth
Yeah.
though? And you know as well as I do, Neil, because we talk about older movies and sometimes those underrated classics. I really enjoy talking about those movies because those some of these movies are either newer to me or I hadn't seen in a long time or maybe since I was a kid. So it's crazy,
Yeah.
man. And we just hope folks continue joining us on the journey of movies that are not big tentpole, movies or horror movies or franchises. It's cool stuff though. Very cool stuff. Let's see. I just want to catch up. Katie was saying, I love Hellfest. Hellfest. All right. Yeah. Very, very
Nice.
cool. Um, and Dan saying, yeah, better than I thought it would be. And Cameron Mitchell was great. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Agreed. Val saying, I have to throw Norman Bates into this mix. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Coriander, that was one of her
I
choices
had you,
too.
girl.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely. Earlier in the episode. Absolutely. Yep. Um, but let's talk a little bit more about this thing because there's those fantastic and gruesome and intense kills in the beginning of the movie, and then it kind of starts building the story. We get
Yeah.
introduced to the characters in the movie and so
Mhm.
forth. What are your thoughts about how the movie started to go down that path?
Uh, I liked it, because it wasn't all the same thing. It
Right.
changed at like different points in this movie. It completely changed, and you're like,
Good
holy
point.
shit. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought, because the first night he was out killing, he noticed
Hmm.
this girl. Okay,
That's
so
right. Yeah,
the second
Laurie.
night he went out, yep, he ended up, yep, killing that chick with the nail gun, and he kidnapped
Hmm.
her.
Yeah.
And he's replacing her, pretty much saying, it's his daughter. And because we
Hmm.
come to find out that it was his daughter that died in that car crash. So in the
Right.
very beginning. So yeah. And this is when you really see him going, how crazy he is. So
Yeah,
yeah,
man. He
yeah,
was he was absolutely fantastic in these scenes. And poor Lori,
yeah.
she
I
just
know.
y- and she did a hell of a job in this role. The actress
Hmm.
playing Lori, Pamela Ferdin, um, she did a great job in this role, and you could just see the fear and the bewilderment on her eyes. It wasn't even always just about
Yeah,
her talking. She
yeah.
literally could see how crazy Vance was, played by Cameron Mitchell, of course.
She
um,
played it smart. So
she did. She
yep,
really did. A lot of
yep,
tension in that. But the other thing that's happening too is she got kidnapped and there was those murders to happen in this apartment complex. And then you
yep,
have Lori's brother who
yep.
Joey, who's trying to figure out what happened to his sister. He thinks that she got
Hmm.
kidnapped. The cops are thinking, yeah, maybe, or maybe she got killed and we just got to find her. So he's kind of doing an
Or she ran
investigation.
off. Yeah.
Right. Yes. And so you got a lot of things going on. So you got Joey trying to figure this thing out, and he's hanging out with his best friend Kent, who
Mm,
is actually the nephew of Cameron Mitchell's character. And so there's a
mhm.
lot. I mean, we won't get into all the specific details, but in other words, there's some moving parts to this story that was really, really interesting because
Yep.
in other words, this investigation that is happening, they're so close to figuring it out, and you're wondering if they're going to figure it out in time to save Lori from Vance. A lot of great moments, and Kent, this guy, he was pretty intense, a good character, a lot of great characters
Yeah.
in this movie, you know,
Really? Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
and and the ending of this movie to me, without spoiling it, but all I will say is when the movie ended, I was just, it's kind of hard to describe it, but I was just kind of in shock. I was just kind of like, ooh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and only a few movies, can make me react like that. In other words, this movie was so intense in a lot of ways, and it felt
Yep.
real. It was based on true events, and they changed, a few things here and there, but it was based on true events, and yeah, it was just crazy. What did you think about how the story went, and of course the ending, without giving away the spoilers, because I know you like this movie, but anything you want to throw out there as far as how the story unwrapped, or the mystery that was happening without giving away spoilers?
You know, I feel bad for this young girl because
Right.
of everything that she went through. She survived. Um, the loss that they're gonna have to go through, and yeah, I mean, and the mother,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you felt happy for her, but you felt sad for her at the same time, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, witnessing this psychopathic killer,
yeah,
and
crazy runs in the family. So yeah,
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's
yeah.
crazy. Um,
Hmm.
and Melissa going with Terror Train, Prom Night with Jamie Lee Curtis. Yes,
Yep.
yes. Great killers in that, no doubt. Russell going with Heather Locklear was in The Return of Swamp Thing. Absolutely. Yep. Lay saying, anyone mention Brahms from The Boy when speaking cycles? No, no, but good call. Very, very good call. Let's see. Spooky Rebel going with Rhoda from The Bad Seed. Wow.
Hmm.
God, I haven't seen The Bad Seed in forever. That's a great call.
I don't
Wow.
know if I've seen that.
That's a great one. That's a great one. I remember as a kid seeing that movie, and it did freak me out. It was on, I think it was on TV, if I'm not mistaken,
Hmm.
and it freaked me out. Creepy kids, man. Um, Katie saying, I've never seen Dark Ride. It was a pretty
Oh,
good time. We did an episode on it. It was a pretty good
yeah.
time. It really was. A surprisingly good one, yeah. Because I had never heard of it, and the premise of it didn't seem like it was going to work, but it did. It had some really great atmosphere. And Katie, thank you for putting the link in for the Lethal Collective. If you have not subscribed to the Lethal Collective, please do so. We have a blast talking horror there as well. All right. And Neil saying in Rob Zombie's Halloween, in the club scene, the band is playing a song called Terror Train, which I think has to be a nod to Jamie Lee Curtis. I believe
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
pretty
I
cool.
definitely
Yeah.
do. Yeah. And Two Boys also reminding us about the great Glenn Close in
Yes,
Fatal
we did
Attraction.
that movie too. Yep.
Absolutely. If you guys have not seen our Fatal Attraction episode, that was a great episode, a
Yeah.
fantastic movie, and I
Yep.
mean, just top notch acting from Glenn Close and Michael Douglas. That was
Definitely.
a really fun episode because that was something that was a little bit different in the series for us. We kind of chose that outside of our regular list because
Mhm.
it's just a great movie, and I'll never forget seeing it back in the day and
Oh yeah.
literally being afraid of Glenn Close. Seriously, she she was that intense, and you just believed it. You really, really
Just
did.
make sure you're not married and you don't have
Crazy.
any kids.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she was just
Yeah,
fantastic. But for the Toolbox Murders, you guys definitely, it's one of those movies. If you're a slasher movie fan, you've got to check
you
it
need to
out.
choose. Yes.
And again, Cameron was fantastic in it. So let's do this, Coriander. We've already kind of gone down that road, but we're gonna give this either a recommend it, meaning that it's excellent, a chance it, meaning that it's okay, and a skip it, meaning it is literally the heart of dark territory. So where are we going for you, Coriander?
I definitely recommend it. You need to own this. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Agreed. Totally, totally agreed. And actually, I own it too, and I thought I just had it right here, but I don't have it right in front of me. But I do own it, and yeah, it's a great movie. But I'm also going with a recommend. It's absolutely fantastic. There's no doubt about it. It's intense. It's got great kills. It's got great moments. Cameron Mitchell was crazy as hell. Um, and yeah, when it was over, it definitely it affected me. It really, really did. Even this
Yeah.
last time we watched it, when we got to the end, and I don't want to give away the ending, but I was just like, wow, it's just crazy stuff.
Yeah.
um
Hmm.
and real quick, I want to give just a quick moment as we start to wind down here. A big thank you to our channel members and also our patrons. First of all, just to say to you guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Hmm.
We couldn't do this without you. All the streaming that happens on this channel, which is literally hours and hours and hours every week. You guys really help to keep the lights on, allow us to do this. And some of you guys are in the chat, of course, Ginger Ninja, Dan, obviously, Neil, Jason, Katie, all you guys, and also our channel members too. A lot of you guys are in here. Just a blanket hello to all of you guys. But also,
Yeah.
just to mention, we do have a couple of channel member anniversaries. For Lay the Nerd in the chat, 3 months
Nice.
as a channel member. The
Yay.
time just flies. It's
That
so
is,
crazy.
yeah,
It's like
that is crazy.
it's just crazy to think, you know.
Mm,
Um, but anyways, thank you, Lee, so much. Saying 3 months in the zone, saying too many more to come. Thank you so much. We really,
yeah.
gosh, man, we just really appreciate it so much. And like I said, it's yeah, and Katie's congratulating as well. Absolutely. And of course, um, and this really is special too. Val, the general herself, 8 months anniversary.
Nice.
God, man, it just seems just like yesterday when I first started to see her around the channel and starting to have those conversations and so forth. And just Val's just an amazing person. You guys all
Yeah.
know that. And she says 8 months and counting, been so worth it. Love my Nightwatch family.
Nice.
Jeez, I don't even know what to say. It's just, thank you for taking the chance on this channel, and
Yeah.
um, and I will say, because I always feel very proud of that, taking a chance on our channel and this whole horror community, which includes so many other channels, is better for it. Val really is. So thank you so much. We really really appreciate it, and obviously you guys congratulating Val as well. It's
Yeah.
it's amazing. So definitely, if you are not a member and you would like to do so, um, hit the join button next to the subscribe button. We do a lot of great things, exclusive stuff to get a little bit more personal with our channel members and also our patrons. Speaking of which, we got Michael from Movies and Beyond, another supporter of the channel.
Hey.
Thanks so much and saying what's up. And you guys are just um, literally, it's just, gosh, man, you guys are just awesome, no doubt about it. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. We really really appreciate all the support. It means a lot. It really really does, guys. You guys are just absolutely amazing. um and Neil saying, when the goat King Gore is a channel member, you know you've arrived. Yeah, absolutely, man. Corey definitely just a great friend, and you know, from back in the day. As a matter of fact, Neil,
Yeah.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I've found you through Corey. So it just goes to show, man, a lot of great friendships and relationships can be built through community, through people supporting each other, and so forth. And just to say, Neil, obviously has been so fantastic getting to know you as a content creator, and also collaborating when we get a chance. And again,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for Corey, I wouldn't have been able to find you. So it's just awesome, man. It's just awesome stuff. And we're all the better for it, all of us. Jason saying, I want to thank you guys for making this channel so much fun. Most channel talk about horror, but you guys discuss and dive into horror movies. You do all the outside of the box content. Well,
Mm,
thanks, man. We
nice.
appreciate it. It it's
Yeah.
it's tough to do. It's tough to do. But we love doing it, and we just hope that people will continue to
Enjoy
join
it.
us on the
Yeah.
journey. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also have for another anniversary. This is crazy. Multiple anniversaries on the same day. Two Boys, the Scary Pops, is here for 3 month channel anniversary. Thank you
Nice.
so much as well. And they're saying 3 fun months and counting. Thank you so much. We really appreciate
Yeah.
it. It's crazy. It's just crazy. But it's been awesome to have you guys be around and have conversation with us and join us in these chats and discussions. It's awesome. It's really really cool.
Yeah.
Um, Mega Movies, the Wolfman's in the chat saying, "Hey everyone, what's going on? What's going on? Good to see you. Good to
Mm,
see you." Katie's still keeping track of the likes. Thank you so much.
nice.
We
We're
we we
so
tried.
close.
We
Damn it.
tried. We
We need
tried,
two
right?
more, man. Two more. Come on.
38. 38. We're
Right?
almost there.
Yeah.
Um, And Neil saying, "We appreciate you guys as well. We are the Nightwatch." It's true, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's, early, like, I don't even know, man. It might have been one of my first videos ever, which of course is not around anymore from the old channel, but that was just something that I thought to myself I always wanted to try to have is a sense of community and people just being a part of this thing. And like I said, it's just been fantastic. It
You
really
did it,
has.
babe. So
It's been
congratulations
fantastic.
to you.
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations to you as well, and of course Kill as well, and this
Yeah.
whole community. Dan, I tell you, thanks, man. Slasher Movie Club for the win.
Nice.
We hope so, man. We hope. We're trying. Like I said,
Mhm.
Slasher Movie Club is an acquired taste, and we
Yeah.
know that. We really do. Dan, thank you so much for the super chat and always being so
Yeah.
supportive and stuff. We really appreciate you, dude. And here we go. Here's one for you, Dan. You're amazing, don't you know?
Don't you know that this feeling is only yours and mine? Don't you know that this love would last for all time?
There we are. Look at the look on your yes. And if you know what that clip comes from, what movie that clip comes from, and it was a Slasher Movie Club episode that was not a very fun one to do, especially for Coriander, then you win. I love it. I love it. I love it. Katie said, "Thank you, Dan, for your super chat." Thank you. Yes,
Yes. Thank
absolutely.
you, Dan. But
Yes.
night, no, not so much.
Spooky Rebels, they always have fun hanging out here. We appreciate that.
Nice.
We really do. All of you guys. It looks like we hit 40 likes. All right.
All right.
We did it, guys. This is amazing, especially
Yeah.
for Slasher Movie Club. That is pretty monumental. And look at Lee saying towards that 50 likes. I like the thinking.
10
I
more.
like the
Right.
thinking.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, look, Val said, I can't help but sway when I hear that song.
Oh, God. Hopefully, because you're not like delirious anymore, please. Because,
Right.
oof,
Oh my God.
shit, man.
Oh man.
Mm.
And two boys saying, what is your favorite memorabilia piece you own, Night? And if we're talking about movies, or if we're talking about horror movies, um, I would probably and then this could change later on tonight, but I probably would have to say my Friday the 13th box set from Scream Factory. Um, it's absolutely just a dream as a Friday the 13th fanatic. I love it so much. I also love my Crystal Lake Memories book that literally covers the whole franchise, interviews, pictures, posters, fun facts, trivia. And all three of us, Coriander, because I got you one too. I was like, you gotta have this. If you're a Friday fan, you gotta have it. It's a really cool book. It's amazing. It's called Crystal Lake Memories. Those are probably my favorites, and I've got a lot of things that I really really love, but that's up there. What about you, Coriander? Do you have a favorite horror movie memorabilia piece?
Um, well, I do. It's not necessarily like a movie,
Yeah,
but it's my Jason mask that Kane signed.
there
Most
you go.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, that was so cool, and it was so man.
Yeah.
And not to rant, for you guys are probably like, what are we doing here, man? What are we talking about? We're just vibing here. But
Mm.
meeting Kane Hodder when we did at that convention and
Yeah.
literally sitting down with Kane, well,
Yeah.
it had to have been at least I'd say at least 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, right?
It
While
was
he
a
was
while.
while he was
Yeah.
signing other people's autographs.
Yeah.
Who knew? I
Yeah.
mean, we're literally hanging out with the king himself. Um, I was so
Yeah.
bewildered.
It
I
was
didn't.
awesome.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god, man! It was just, jeez, so darn cool, and he's so cool. He really, really
Yeah.
is.
Hmm.
Um, and Val saying, Russell, it's always awesome to have you in the chats. It truly is. It truly is.
Yeah.
Spooky Rebel coming in with a fun fact. Originally, Stu was going to be back as Ghostface instead of the brother. That was in Scream 3. That's true. And unfortunately, because of the events of Columbine, they kind of scrapped that idea for Scream 3. But Wes and Kevin, they were bringing Stu back in 3. So I'm just saying that means if Wes Craven himself, the master himself, was going to bring Stu back and said that he had survived the events of Scream, I'm just saying, man, who knows? Who knows? Uh, Two boys saying, if you could own any memorabilia piece from any horror movie set, what would you pick? Night and Coriander. Oh,
Mm.
man, that's a tough one. Wow. Well, if we're talking about from an
Mm.
actual movie set, that's the way I'm going to take it. You can take it the way you'd like to, Coriander. I don't know, man. I'd
Mhm.
love to have like, well, it could be 1,000 things, man. You know, whether it's an actual Jason mask from a movie, but also it'd be cool to have the Freddy glove. You know, the Freddy glove that Robert actually wore. You know, that would be so cool. I'm telling you.
Probably Mrs. Voorhees' head. That would be good.
Wow. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. I mean, there's so much. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, the original shape mask, obviously, that would be fantastic from back in the day. You know, I'd even go
Yeah.
with the 2018 mask, you know, because that was a good one too. And look at you guys. You guys are answering this one.
You
In fact,
have the 2018 mask. What the hell are you talking about?
I have the Kills mask.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
All of
So you're
them.
telling me I got you the wrong one?
No, because that's a great one too.
Damn.
But I'm saying they're all good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, But thank you for that question, two boys. That was a good one. Lee saying a signed mask from the legend. Yeah, Kane Hodder himself. It's just awesome stuff. Of
Yeah.
course, Val's going with the 78 Michael Myers mask, of course. Very,
Mhm.
very cool. Um, Lee saying I would love to own a mask or a knife from the Scream set. That would be cool. Yeah. Ooh, Neil saying, I think I'd choose the original lament configuration from Hellraiser. That would be cool.
Oh,
You know what? When we went to Monster Mania, and Coriander, you might remember this, they
yep.
had replicas of it,
Yeah, they
right?
did.
And I'm
Yep.
like, oh crap, it's the box. And part of me regrets not getting it, but at the same time, I understand why I didn't because it didn't, it didn't move. It didn't, the pieces didn't
Well, we're
move at
glad
all.
it
It
didn't
looked
move
good though.
because we don't need fucking demons coming through.
Come
So,
on, man.
come on.
I would have loved it just a little bit. It's basically like a Rubik's cube or something. That would have been kind of cool, you know. You
Yeah,
wouldn't have
okay.
you wouldn't have messed
No.
around with it.
Fuck no. No. Mm-mm.
Ah, Ginger Ninja saying the Freddy's glove, not the power glove. That's right. We're staying away from the power glove. Um,
Yeah. Oh my
Ooh,
God.
Jason, this is great. I would go with the fly pod. Don't know where I would put it though.
I
Laugh out
know
loud.
that's huge. I was like, wow,
Yes,
man.
but that
That's
would be aw
huge.
that would be
Right?
awesome. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Neil saying, I don't think I would open it, right? Well, I'm not saying well, I don't know. Just a couple of pieces, man. Come on. You know?
No, no. Make sure you're there when you do that shit.
Oh, geez. Come on. But anyways, guys. All right. We're gonna get ready to
So,
wind down
hey, are
this.
we not like
But
announcing what we're doing anymore? So if people want to watch it, that was like the
wait a
whole
minute.
point too.
What was
For
that? It
next
just cut
week.
out.
For next week, the
Well, look,
movie.
you were already throwing out your hope for Play Misty for me. Maybe we'll do that.
Ooh,
This is the reason
yes.
this is the reason I didn't
Yes,
want to
let's
announce
do
it is
that.
because, well, we'll see. But
No,
guys,
you can't get me excited like that
well,
and then,
well,
okay, well, we'll see.
we're gonna
Come
do it at
on.
some point, anyways. But for you
Next
guys,
week.
keep an eye out on the community posts. And I definitely want to, ask maybe a question or two, kind of like what we did for this episode, and get you guys' feedback because again, that's kind of a something that would have been really really fun. Um, Neil saying, "I'm saying I would open it." Oh, okay.
Oh,
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
You're crazy. No way. Just like
That's
Ouija
awesome.
boards? Fuck no.
Well, that's different, man. This is a replica.
Hey,
this is
you never know.
literally
Anything could attach itself to anything. You
well,
have ghosts that
that's
attach
true.
itself to,
for
a fucking
dolls.
bureau.
Well, exactly.
Exactly. I'm just
You,
saying.
you
Hell no.
can't live
Man.
your life in fear. Um,
Oh, psh.
but
Anyway, oh my God.
but
Don't
anyways,
live your
guys,
life, doing stupid shit.
I know, I know. And look,
Dear God.
that's what I'm thinking. Who knows? Maybe I wouldn't actually do it when push comes to shove. But seriously, for you guys, honestly, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really, really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun, and we kind of did this a little bit differently than usual. So we'll see, we'll see. Um, Jason said, "Remember the rules from Thursday scenarios. Never open it."
Exactly. He's breaking his own rules. So what the hell does that
Ah.
tell you, man?
But it's a
Mm.
toy. Come on. It's a toy.
Is it though?
Basically.
The
Well,
Ouija board was supposed to be just a board game, but look what that turned into. So,
no, that's true. That's true.
exactly, man.
Neil said, for your information, Ouija boards don't scream when you burn them. I love it.
You
I love
just
it.
piss off the things that, you brought through.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
hey, two boys saying just became a new Patreon.
Yes.
Wow. Hey, thank you so much. We really
Yeah,
appreciate that. That is awesome stuff. Seriously. Wow.
definitely.
Look, we just appreciate the support, and you guys, seriously, you guys really make it happen. It's really because of you guys that we stream as much as we do, and we're around as much as we do, which for a lot of you guys have been around for a long time, like Neil and Dan and Ginger Ninja and so many others. You guys obviously know we've never we've never streamed as much as we do now, but it's because we do have that support, and it literally
Yeah.
makes it happen. So we really appreciate it. Um, and we got Michael Trapson. Is this the Michael Trapson in the chat saying horror gang in here? What's groovy? What's going on?
Hey.
Dude, if this is the real Michael Trapson, man, I'm a fan of yours. What's going on? My goodness. That's pretty cool. Hope you're doing well. We're just we were talking about the Toolbox Murders, and we were talking about some of the craziest psycho killers in movies. And we've gone through a really cool list, especially in this live chat. These guys have come up with some really, really
Yeah.
cool, very, very cool choices. Some of which that I actually had forgotten about. And it's this has been a fun conversation, a true community conversation. But thank you so much for popping in. We really appreciate it. Hope you like the video and subscribe if you haven't
Come
already.
again. Check us out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Very, very cool. Um, yeah, because we just have some fun. Seriously. We just have some fun in here. We love talking about horror movies and so forth and so forth. But again, thank you as well, two boys, for that
Yeah.
extra support. Seriously, it rocks. Jason saying, love this channel so much. Truly appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Seriously. It's yeah. Jeez. Thank you so much. Michael saying, I found your channel today. I'm a big horror fan. Love the content. Thank you so
Nice.
much. We really appreciate that, man. Seriously. We have a lot of fun. This community that is in our live chats and the streaming that we do, which is multiple times a week. They're just so supportive and cool. They know their stuff, and they keep they keep us on our toes. Sometimes we throw out some good tidbits too. But thank you so much. We really appreciate the support. And yeah,
Yeah.
hope you join us again. We'll be back tomorrow night and also on Thursday, my Thursday morning stream. So definitely hang out with us, hit the notification bell, and all of that. Bullet saying, fun stream, guys. Really enjoying the content. Thank you so much, Bullet. And thank you for your
Yeah.
support as well. You guys are saying hello to Michael. Thank you, Val, for always being just so cordial to everyone.
Yeah. It's
We
nice to see
appreciate
you
it.
around again. You were
Yes,
missed. Yeah.
absolutely. There's no doubt about that. Ginger Ninja saying, much love to the Nightwatch Zone and all you groovy people in the chat, too. Thanks so much, man. Much appreciated. You rock. All you guys rock.
Yeah.
It's just crazy
Yeah.
stuff. So much love. I mean, geez. Yeah. But anyways, guys. Oh, and Spooky Rubble saying, make sure to see the bad seed. Yes, that is a great one. Now just real
Yeah.
quick. I know I said we were about to get out of here, but isn't there like three versions of it? At least I think there's at least two. There's the old one, I think from like the 50s. There was one from like, I don't know if it was the 70s or the 80s. If you get a chance, Spooky Rebel, let us know. Of course, I can find out too, but I believe there's a couple versions of the movie. But creepy stuff, man. Creepy stuff. I absolutely love it. Jason saying can't wait for Thursday morning. That's right. Coffee and donuts at 10:30 a.m. And I hang out with you guys and we have fun time doing some trivia, have fun games going on and everything, man. Seriously. Um, 2018, I think. Really? Okay. All right. Michael saying the Halloween CinemaSins videos are dope. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Listen, and I'll tell you what, and we've talked a little bit about that on our live streams, but we've had so much fun recording those videos and putting them together. We've just had a blast with them, and we're so happy that it seems as though folks are enjoying them. It definitely is something different that we've been doing on the channel. And we were just talking about it the other day when we recorded H2O. We're going to continue doing it. We're going to finish out Halloween, and then we're going to pick. We won't tell you guys,
Move
but
on.
we're going to move on to some other things, and it's
Yeah.
basically just a way to have fun with these movies that we love.
Yeah.
Talk about some of the.
Something that we can, because sometimes when we stop talking about movies we love, it's like, shit, how can we talk about them again?
That's right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. So it's
Yeah.
a fun way to do it, and we're having fun
Yeah.
with it. And it seems like people are enjoying it. So thank you so much for checking those out, Michael, and everyone else. You guys are amazing. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Jason saying Dennis Edwards rules. It's
Oh
I'm
my.
telling you, man. Jason is seriously, man. When I first did that clip of Dennis Edwards, I didn't think anyone was going to catch that one. And Jason has always been a fan. It's absolutely fantastic. Well, you know what? As we're heading out, Jason, we're going to do Dennis Edwards one time real quick for you. Here's the short version of the clip. Here we go. There it is. There
Yeah.
it is. Oh my
hmm
God. Telling you, man.
You need to
Uh
play that song so we can go, play out with it.
maybe. That's very, very cool. And two boys just subbed to Michael. That's awesome. You guys definitely support each other.
Yeah.
You guys support each other. It's all about supporting each other, man. I'm so happy to hear that, two boys, and thank you so much for supporting Michael's channel. Jason Sin, thank you. You're welcome, man. And Cinema Sins needs a YouTube award. I will say we've had a lot of fun moments. We really have. We've been cracking up, and it's a lot of fun,
Yeah.
man. Seriously. Melissa saying I love all movies, but horror is my favorite. Same thing with us.
Yeah.
Same thing with us. That's
Yep.
why we do focus so much on
On
horror,
horror.
you know.
Right.
But I will say this as we head on out. I know I keep saying that, but we really will in a second. But we are going to touch back into some of our other favorite movies that we love to talk about, whether it's 80s
Yeah.
or action or, even sci-fi and stuff like that. We're going to jump back into those things as well. So definitely stay tuned, everyone. We appreciate the support. We can't do it without you. So anyways, we're going to get ready to head on out of here. This was a great hangout stream. We really, really enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
And Michael, you're right. Horror and comedy, it does go hand in hand. You got to have the
When
timing
it's
in
done
both.
right. Exactly, man. Yep.
Yes, absolutely. Well, anyways, guys, thank you so much. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys think about this conversation. Let us know about your crazy psycho killers that you're fans of in these movies. And also let us know what you think about Toolbox Murders when you see it. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Nightwatch. Peace.
Ch-ch.